Now we're going to leave Rathgar Test Centre and we're turning to the right. Be careful of cyclists and pedestrians. Now it's not uncommon to be sitting here for quite a while, so we're just going to wait. Again, don't feel under pressure. Everything's fine. Now we're going to make our way out. Okay, so we're going to pass these parked cars and moving on to these markings. So main mirror, right mirror, signal right. As it gets tighter, we get slower. And we build our speed away. And at the traffic lights up here, we're going to be taking a left. So we're going to turn left onto Scion Road. So main mirror, left mirror. The signal is on. Back to second. Looking for traffic that may try and turn. Keep nice and close to the curb. We're on Zion Road now. Okay, so we have more parked vehicles. We have a vehicle reversing out of a road on the right hand side, so we'll hold back. The truck is waiting to pass the parked cars. And this truck's turning right. Okay. Now we're going to cross the white line. So main mirror, right mirror, signal right. Now, just make your way up. We have time. Now the main road here follows around to the right hand side. The high school is straight ahead of us, and that's actually a turn off the main road. So the main road follows around to the right. Don't get caught out by that. And we're crossing the white line again. So main mirror, right mirror, signals on, cancel when you're alongside. Remember to leave enough room for a car door to open. Now, more ramps, so just nicely back to second gear. And build your speed away from the ramp, back up to third. Another ramp coming. Slowing down, back to second. Again, this road is a little bit narrow, with lots of entrances coming from left and right, so just be conscious of vehicles that may poke their nose out. We can see this happening ahead there. Okay, so he's moved out onto the road, so the hazard is no longer there. And more parked cars, so we're going to be moving across these lines again. So main mirror, right mirror, move out, ramp as well, so back to second, cancel the signal when you're alongside. Bicycle on the footpath, keep an eye on them, bicycle ahead. Now we can see the queue of traffic, so another ramp, back to second. Now the thing about these lights is that both lanes can turn left. So the lane on the right hand side can also turn left. Now we're going to take a left. So main mirror, left mirror, signal left. So if there is a vehicle on your right hand side, you have to be extremely cautious because the turn itself is quite narrow. You can see the road markings possibly there to show you that the lane on the right can also turn left. Now we're turning left towards Rathfarnham Village. We're turning off Bushy Park Road now. We went from the Zion Road onto Bushy Park Road, and now we're turning left towards Rathfarnham. The road that we're going to come on to next, when you make this left turn, there's going to be another right-hand turn, which other vehicles on the lane on your right are going to try and turn into. So there's going to be multiple lanes, and then as you travel down this road, you're going to see a sign on your left-hand side telling you which lane to use. There'll be a white sign on your left-hand side indicating a left turn only lane. The middle lane will be a straight ahead lane, and the lane on the right will be a right turn only lane. So we want to make certain to stay in the centre lane to go straight. It's quite wide, but the sign only gives you notice of the lanes quite late. So you just need to be aware of that. The examiners themselves anticipate that you may know the area. If they feel that you may need clarification as regards what lane to use, they may give it, but they may also not. So just always look ahead and read the road. So now here we are. Now this is the narrow turn. Nothing coming up your right hand side. Just glance your right mirror. Concentrate now on keeping and try not to clip the curb. Keep tight left. And as you can see, we come across another set of traffic lights, a big yellow box. We're going to stay on this side of the junction. Don't enter the junction unless we can clear the box. The exception to that rule would be if you were turning right, in which case you may enter the yellow box and wait on the yellow box for a gap in the traffic, and then you may turn. So you may not stop on a yellow box unless you intend to turn right and you don't cause an obstruction to the vehicles coming in the opposite direction. Okay, the light's green, but currently we have nowhere to move to, so we wait. Okay, now we have space, so 3 mirrors left to right. Quick check of the junction also. Now at the moment we have a singular lane, but further down the road it will break into 3 lanes, of which we'll want to stay in the middle lane. Now we have a motorcyclist just behind us on our right hand side, so keep a close eye and see where the motorcyclist is going to go. Now the motorcyclist is making their way around. This is the benefit to looking at the mirrors while you're stationary. You can plan, you can see what's going to happen next. So rather than just sitting relaxing, make use of the time. Keep focused on what you've got to do. Okay, so we're going to apply the handbrake here and go to neutral, because there's no sign of the traffic moving at all. Don't feel like you need to be doing anything, just keep your hands on the wheel and just keep monitoring your mirrors and the traffic situation ahead. Okay, so the traffic are still stationary, just stay calm. The mirrors are clear, nothing's coming up from behind us at the moment. Okay, the light has gone to green, we can see that from here. Okay, so when you feel like there's potential to move, pop your car into first gear. Now look around your mirrors from left to right, especially just as you're about to move off. Okay, now, so we keep going, and this is where the lanes now split into 3 lanes. You may see the sign on the left hand side on the left hand side of the road. So we're taking to the centre lane. Now at the moment we're at the junction of Braemor Road, and to our right we would take us up towards Rathfarnham Shopping Centre. Now 3 mirrors left to right, and remember to check the junction both sides. We have a compulsory cycle lane on our left side, so make sure to stay off the cycle lane. See the solid white line? We can't cross the solid white line into the cycle lane. Petrol station ahead, and another junction ahead, so we're always on the lookout for hazards now. Traffic moving in and out. Vehicle on the right hand side as well looking to join the road. And we're taking again to the middle lane. And here we are, we're in Rathfarnham village now. Rathfarnham Castle is on our left hand side ahead. Remember to check the junction as you're going through. So 3 mirrors from left to right. Okay. And we're going to check the junction both sides. Now further ahead we have a situation where the examiner may ask you to take a right at the second set of lights. Now we need to stay on this lane. Currently there's a bus lane on our left hand side. Now the right turn lane here is not the turn you want, so we stay on this lane, and the examiner might say turn right at the second set of lights, so this would be the first set. Check the junction, and then this lane turns directly into the right hand turn lane that you require. Now here we have a situation where we have a yellow box on a right turn. We can stop on a yellow box if we're turning right. Now the filter light has come on, so we can proceed. Now we're on Willbrook Road. Now on this road you will notice that there is a cycle track. Now a cycle track is identified because there is a broken line between the main part of the road and the cycle track area. Now the road has not got adequate width for a car and a cyclist, so you're allowed to use the cycle track as part of your road as long as there's no cyclists. But cyclists do have priority. Now we're turning left up here now at the Tuning Fork pub. So main mirror, left mirror. The gap is a little bit too small, so we're just going to hold back. Keep an eye on the left mirror now for cyclists. And again, left at the Tuning Fork pub. Quick glances to the right onto Whitechurch Road. Pedestrian on our left side with the dog, so keep a close eye on them. And we're turning right up here now. So we have a turnabout coming up now on this next road. So main mirror, right mirror. And we're turning right into Willbrook Lawn. So we're going to stop on the left here now, and we're going to have a look at our turnabout. If this spot is taken, the examiner may take you around the corner and do your turnabout in there. Okay, so we're going to do the turnabout here now. So look around your mirrors from left to right. Look, the lighthouse, look everywhere. Signal on. A little check of the blind spot just before you move. Move slowly, turn the wheel quickly. Keep the car nice and slow. As you get near to the curb, start to straighten out the wheel and stop. Now, use the handbrake if required. If not, don't worry. Into reverse, look up and down the road. Through the back window. Start reversing. Move slow, turn quick. Switch to your right shoulder. As you get near the curb, start to straighten up. And then stop again. If you need the handbrake, by all means use it. If not, don't worry. Look left and right. And then we're going to continue the manoeuvre. And then just pull in on the left and stop. Handbrake and neutral. Just finished our turnabout on Willbrook Lawn. We're going to move off now. So go to gear, mirrors left to right, blind spot on the right shoulder, and move away. And we're turning right back out onto Whitechurch Road. Quite restricted view here, so we need to be very cautious. Creep calmly out. Keep looking equally both ways, and then proceed. And then we're taking an immediate left, middle left mirror. So we're turning into Tower Hill and St. Patricks Cottages. We're turning left again and turning into Tower Hill Grove now. And we're turning right at the end of the road. So main mirror, right mirror. And now there's a faded stop line here, so we have to stop fully at the line. Look both ways. Don't ignore the cul-de-sac on the left side, because vehicles can come from the cul-de-sac. There's a vehicle coming from the right, so we're going to wait. And then we're going to move out now that it's safe. Keep looking both ways. And along here now we're going to be pulling in on the left to do a reverse around the corner. So we're going to pull in on the left just after the ramp. And we're going to come to a stop here now. Look around, with mirrors left to right, both shoulders 360-degree view, lighthouse look as we call it, and then we start the manoeuvre. If a car comes from any direction when we're doing this manoeuvre, we come to a complete stop. So as we get to the corner, we stop and we look over our right shoulder. Now there's a van coming out of a road on the right hand side, so we're going to wait and see what the van does. It's currently in our blind spot on our right shoulder. Now the van has completed its turn. So keep looking around. And now it's all clear, we're going to continue the manoeuvre. Keep the curb in view in the mirror. Keep glancing to the right. And glance out the back window occasionally. No traffic, so keep moving and keep looking. We get straightened up and back up straight and stop when the examiner says. Okay, so we've just finished the reverse around the corner in Tower Hill Grove at St Patricks Cottages. We're going to move off, so mirrors, signal, blind spot on the right shoulder, and then we're going to turn left, so middle and left mirror. Keep looking for traffic, and we're turning left. Now we have a parked vehicle ahead of us here, so we're going to check our mirrors, signal, and move round. And we're turning left at the end of the road here now, so mirrors and signal left. So come up to the stop line and stop fully at the stop line. Okay, so we're just waiting for a gap in the traffic now. Okay, there's still no clear gap. Again, stay calm. There's no need to worry about the situation. Just wait for a safe gap. And here it comes, and we're turning left. Immediately we have a ramp, so nice and gently over the ramp, and then proceed. And then back to second further ramp. And build our speed. Now stay to the left lane here. Don't worry about the bus stop. The bus stop is not a bus lane. There is a school on our left as well, so look for hazards in this situation. And we're going to be making a left turn up here now. Just waiting on the lights, 3 mirrors moving off, and then we're going to turn left, so middle and left mirror, signal left. And we're turning in to Beaufort Downs. Driving into Beaufort Downs now, and we're going to pull in on the left along here, where we're going to look at another reverse around the corner on the corner of Beaufort Downs. Okay, so now we're going to go and reverse around this corner. So we're going to move off and pull up past the corner. So mirrors, signal, blind spot, and move forward. And we're going to pull in on the left and stop just after the road. Mirrors, signal, and we're going to stop just here now. Handbrake, neutral, and cancel signal. Alright, okay, so we're going to reverse around the corner now. So we go into reverse. Look around our mirrors, do the lighthouse look, nothing coming, so we can start our manoeuvre. Okay, keep the curb in the mirror, look over your right shoulder before you start turning in, keep an eye for traffic coming from the right or from any direction at all times. Keep looking. Keep the curb in view. Keep looking. And just keep straight with the curb and finish up within half a metre of the curb when the examiner tells you to stop. To the road turning right. Obstructions to our view, so we're looking both ways. Cars coming, so we're going to hold our position. All clear now, so move out nice and calmly. Move round the parked vehicles. And we're turning left out of Beaufort Downs. So main mirror, left mirror. Signal is on. Lots of school children around, so caution required. Again, stop so you can see the 2 wheels of the vehicle in front. Okay, pedestrians always have priority, so just hold back from the pedestrians. And we move up now to the stop line and stop completely, looking both ways, moving out, looking both ways. Now we're going to turn right at the traffic lights down here, which is onto Nutgrove Avenue. So again, just be patient, nothing you can do about the traffic, handbrake and neutral. There's a big yellow box just before these traffic lights, so we want to make certain not to get caught stopping on the yellow box. The light's gone to green, so we move to gear Mirrors from left to right, watching for pedestrians as well. And we're going right at the lights, so we're going to check the middle right mirror and signal right. And we're approaching the yellow box now, so we're going to wait on this side of the yellow box. Again, handbrake and neutral. No need to stress, just keep yourself nice and composed. Okay, see a motorcyclist on our left mirror. 2 cars back. Make sure the motorcyclist doesn't move up the left side of your vehicle. Just when you're driving the car, it's worth remembering just to stay nice and calm and consistent. Anything you do which may be a little bit rushed could be deemed as irrational. So we need to be very cautious and try and drive your car with a nice calm manner. Okay, the light's changing, so we're going to stop before the stop line. Again, not to worry, you can do nothing about the traffic situation. You don't need to rush into anything, just stay nice and composed. This time, we're still in first gear because we're first in queue at the traffic light. It's very important to have your handbrake up in this situation, because if you were to release your clutch by accident, your car would try and move forward, and that could cause a slight problem. You could move into the junction involuntarily, but with the handbrake on, it means that the worst thing that's going to happen is the car will stall. Now the light's green, so we move to the centre of the junction, looking both ways. Look again, look into the turn and make the turn. Building our speed nicely. Centre mirror every time you change a gear as well. It's just a nice reminder for yourself just to check. Alternatively, if you haven't checked the centre mirror in a while and you haven't changed gear, just check it roughly every 10 to 15 seconds and before you brake. So traffic is moving at a slower pace, so back to second. Again, keep your distance from the vehicle in front. There's no point in rushing up into a situation that's you're not going to gain anything from. Okay, 3 mirrors moving off. Okay, the reason that we stop so we can see the 2 wheels of the vehicle in front is to allow us what we call escape distance. If the vehicle in front was to break down and we can still see their wheels, then you would be able to easily move around the vehicle without having to reverse. So it's a very, very useful application in driving. It means you've always got somewhere to go, no matter what happens in front. So again, 3 mirrors when moving off. Now we're staying in first gear here. Okay, now the traffic's moving better, so we'll move to second. Sometimes you feel like you might need to change the gear, but the traffic situation ahead doesn't allow for it. Don't worry in that situation. The examiner can see that you don't have anywhere to go, so just stay in the lower gear. Again, stop so you can see the wheels. Maintain your escape distance. And 3 mirrors when moving forward. Okay, we have a junction. Remember to check the junction. Don't enter it unless you're certain you can clear it. Even though the light's green, we don't want to get stuck in the middle of a junction. Now we have adequate space for our car on the far side. We check our junction as well, so we move through. We're approaching a shopping centre again. So there's lots of activity, lots of vehicles coming and going, lots of potential hazards. 3 mirrors, we're moving off. Again, just keep it. Yellow box ahead. If in doubt, stop on this side. Apply the handbrake if you're going to be stopped for more than a couple of seconds, and go to neutral until you see the traffic ahead starting to move again. Again, there's no problem with waiting. Okay, at the moment I'm looking ahead. I'm trying to view the traffic 6 or 7 cars ahead so that I can get good notice of when the lights ahead may have changed and the traffic may start to move. It's good to look down the road and view what's happening further ahead when you get the opportunity. Your test can vary in length. Sometimes the route that we're on at the moment, it could take 25 minutes. Due to traffic, it could take 35 minutes. The thing is, just stay calm and concentrate on what you've got to do. Now the traffic ahead are moving, checking all 3 mirrors, left to right, and proceed. Keep an eye on the pedestrian light. Another green light here, so we're going to check our junction. Again, the speed limit is still 50 kilometers per hour. We have a vehicle waiting to turn right, so just keep a close eye. That's fine, they're waiting. And we're going to be taking a left along here now. So main mirror, left mirror, and signal left. Come down your gears. You want to be in second gear before you get to your turn. Here we are back at the Church of the Good Shepherd, Churchtown, on Oakdown Road again. Just coming back on ourselves slightly. A look down the road, we see parked vehicles, so we're going to cross the line. So main mirror, signal right, move out, cancel the signal when you're alongside the first obstruction. Now we're holding the centre of the road here because there's no oncoming vehicles, so we don't need to weave in and out of traffic if there's nothing coming toward us. Now this next junction is particularly difficult. We're turning right, so main mirror, right mirror, and you will find generally at this junction that you have a very restricted view. Parked cars left side blocking our view, so what we have to do when we're clear from the right side, keep looking both ways, glancing left and right, keep creeping until you've got a clear view, and we'll stop because there's a car. Now don't worry about your situation. Now this vehicle's going to let me out, so we can continue. If you get caught out there a little bit, don't worry, because you've done the right thing. You've had to move out to view the turn. If you hadn't moved out slowly and you would have went without full view and you could get disqualified. So we have people crossing the road ahead of us, so just ease off. More car parks on our left side, so we just be aware of hazards. And we're turning left now. Just coming off Upper Churchtown Road onto Braemor Road now. Churchtown Test Centre is just on our left at the moment as we make our way back towards Rathgar Test Centre. Again, we obey the stop line, wait for the traffic, keep looking both sides. Now our view to the right has now been blocked by a van, so we cannot commit to the turn. We must wait till we have a proper clear view. Clear view now both sides, and make our way out. Again, build our speed calmly. Again, keep an eye on the crossing for the pedestrians. Jeep making its way out, so slow softly. Okay, and then we build our speed calmly. Back up to 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, so now we're making our way back towards Rathgar. Long straight road. Lots of little shops along here on the left hand side, some pedestrian crossings as well. So a little bit cautious. We can see the first of the pedestrian crossings coming ahead. We have a vehicle waiting to come out of the side road on the left hand side. There it goes. Just ease off the accelerator. Another vehicle, so we're just easing off. And then when it becomes clear that they're not moving off and the pedestrian crossing is safe, we're just going to keep going. Still on Braemor Road. Now vehicles ahead are slowing, so we'll check our centre mirror. Back to third. And back to second, because the traffic appears to be starting to move again. Okay, so it hasn't moved, so we'll just stop where we can see the wheels of the car in front. Vehicle emerging on the left side. All 3 mirrors from left to right as you're moving off. And we're making our way straight down, still on Braemor Road. Junction to be checked because of the traffic lights, so we check our junction. Making our way down the hill. And we're going to turn right at the lights down here now. Again, we have the shaded markings at the centre of the road. Back to second, we can clear the yellow box so we can proceed through. So we're turning right at these lights, however we cannot move into the lane until after the shaded markings. So when we go to move into our lane, we have to check our blind spot. So it'll be right mirror and right shoulder. 3 mirrors moving off. Now, here we are changing the lane, so right mirror, right shoulder, quick glance. Now there's a vehicle already in the middle, he's actually pulled ahead and gone straight, so we take to the centre. On the green light you move to the centre if you're the first car. First gear. We see a potential gap coming, so check the road on the left, check the road on the right, look into your turn, and then make your turn. Lower Dodder Road. Now we have an obstruction on the footpath, so mirrors signal because we're crossing the white line. Build our speed calmly. Again, if it's safe, feel free to go up to 50 kilometers per hour. The examiner wants to see you drive the car. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the road and we're turning left back onto Orwell Road. Mirrors signal left. Approaching in second. I chose to go from 4 to 2 this time. And here we are coming back onto Orwell Road. Okay, we don't have a clear view, so we're going to wait. Keep looking both sides. Be aware of pedestrians on our left side. Keep looking for traffic. It's all safe. Nice and calmly up the left side of this car. We're now on Orwell Road on the way back up to the test centre. So we'll just proceed straight up. When you go through the junction, the test centre is further up on the right hand side, which you'll see now. Check the junction, and we're turning right up here now. So just before the bus stop, so middle and right mirror. We're signalling right. Now we're going to move onto these markings to gain access to the turn. That's the only time you're allowed to move onto these markings. And we turn in, and the test centre is just in front of us here. And come in nice and slowly, and we'll just drive straight up the car park. And we'll just turn into our parking spot on the left.